Some of these questions were addressed during budget hearings. And either they weren't watching the videos, or they didn't put their questions in writing to the department heads for which they could answer, and we could have those answers for today. And that's, I want everybody to understand that those were questions that were asked and addressed. Going on, now, anybody in the fourth round?
Yep.
Madam
Yep.
Chair, point of information.
What's your point?
Back to your point. So are you saying that you guys discussed the solid waste assessment fee?
We did.
Oh, you did?
Yep, it was part of
Oh.
the discussion.
Oh, okay. Well, why are we discussing it tonight?
It's the resolution to approve on this resolution.
So that's why
what
we're
it is.
having discussion, and we can ask questions.
And what
I just want to say to you, we can ask questions, whatever question we have in regards to this resolution, whether you guys had discussion before or not. So why do you keep saying that?
Because I want to reiterate to the
You don't
people.
need to reiterate.
I'm going to reiterate to the residents at home, and this is it. I am that members of this body did not attend more than 1 or 2 budget hearings. And some of the questions that they're asking are questions that were asked during those budget hearings and were answered. They didn't even watch the videos.
A point of order.
Jesus.
Point of order.
What's your point?
No, I'm gonna wait till my time. I'm gonna wait. So when we're done, I'd ask for the floor when all 3 of us into our next round.
I heard Mr. Pfeiffer first for the 3rd round. Fourth round.
Is it me?
Yep, I said, I heard you.
So when you actually give the budget hearing out and ask if people can make it, then you should pipe up and say people weren't there and they said that they were going to be there. But when you broadcast something out as a dictator and say this is the schedule, you either show up or you don't. Don't come up here and try pulling that crap.
Point of information. A letter, an email was sent out in December asking, how would you like budget hearings to be done? Not a single response. Did you, Ms. Donahue, did you receive any response to that
Point of
email that
order,
was put
point of
out?
order, you're taking the
That's
floor.
not a time. That's how.
So
That's not
when you want to try to throw people under the bus, I'll reclaim my time. When you want to try to throw people under the bus, and I just want to let residents know that whatever, nobody cares, Judy. We're here, this is in front of us today, we're asking questions today. It's just unbelievable. Like, the 6 people that watched your hearings because people were falling asleep, nobody cares. We're here today to discuss this. This resolution was not presented in your budget hearings.
Nor the paperwork.
I yield. I'm done.
Any other discussion in the 4th round?
Yes, I would be getting the floor next, so. Thank you. So everyone has other responsibilities, and we all do. So to say 1 or 2, I really don't know how many I was at. But I know it was more than 1. It was probably more than 2. And when I would, okay, I'm not asking you for my attendance. But when I wasn't here, what I did was watch. That doesn't mean you are deemed that at that time, that's the only time you can ask questions. That's not how this works. It doesn't work this, or anymore. It doesn't work that way. This should be a time where we should be able to ask anything, because these are questions. This power trip, stop it. Because we've got legitimate questions that people want to know. If you was there at budget time, you don't know what we're doing. You didn't send a calendar. What we did was get the budget. Asking how do you want it done is not the same as saying, are you available on this day? And you amended the days without asking. So let's be clear about that. You did not say, can you, or to us, can you be here on a Wednesday? You didn't do that. It wasn't done. It didn't, then when it was amended, you didn't say, hey, we need to amend it to this day. Is everyone available? That didn't happen, so you're not telling the truth. You're not. You're not telling the truth. You did not ask us if we were available. Asking how the vision of how you want budget hearings to be done is not the same as asking your availability. It's just not. And if you give a very short notice, a 24-hour notice, that's not going to work for this council. Respectfully, respectfully. So for you to say that, again, I have 3 grown children and 2 parents which are seniors. And my time is just as important as the residents' time. If you send one 24 hours before, that's not enough or an adequate amount of time for me. It's not. Literally, in case you want, Judy, I was watching the hearings with my mother because I have a caregiver issue. And so for you to comment like that and you shooting shots tonight, right, I don't, exactly. And it needs to stop. When y'all looking for, tonight is to pass the budget. I don't care if I want to ask 1 million questions, if I want to duplicate them, I can do that. You don't get to limit what we ask. It's not your place to do that. Just don't do that. And you sent out the amendments. Did anybody call and say, hey, we moved this from this day to that day? I didn't get a call if it was okay. It came in the email that it was changed. So how something is to look is not scheduling. It's included in it, but it's not specific to it. That's
Point of information.
What's your point?
This is to Councilwoman Burns. Do you realize you're not a part of the leadership team?
And some of the leadership team is not here tonight. So I just the questions, and sometimes you may need to have more questions, and that's what budget time is for. You're not limited. Stop limiting. We are all elected equally by the people to our wards, all of us. Stop limiting. Don't do that. And we have some legitimate questions. It doesn't mean you had to ask that question at budget. Where does it say you have to ask your questions at budget? It doesn't state that. And I think it's a very, Judy, this council is changing, and I want to move along with respect to each other. Stop shooting shots. I'm sitting here not because I don't have something to do, but because the budget is taking precedence, and you shooting shots. Stop that tonight.
Fourth round.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I do want to reiterate what you said about the fact that you did ask all members, Madam Clerk actually sent it out, asked all members their availability in December about budget hearings. Like you said, none of us responded to you. And so because no one responded to the clerk who sent out the request that you asked to send out, you then set a schedule, because the schedule has to be set regardless to if we
Request for
respond or
information.
not.
Request for
What's your
information.
request?
So we're supposed to know our schedule in December for what we're going to be doing on a random day in May?
So you're supposed to respond and give some ideas of when you're available. We can't keep holding it
Request for
off just
information.
because you
What's
don't
your
know
request?
what your schedule might be.
Request for information.
What's your request?
In December, I have more availability, but because I have an aging mother, it changed.
As I was stating, because what was brought up was that she didn't ask, and she did ask. Nobody responded, me included.
Request for
So what she
information.
did was set a
Request for
date.
information.
What's your request?
Did she ask for the amendments?
Let
For
me
a change in
continue.
time?
As I was saying, since it was put out there that she did not ask, and she did, and nobody responded, so she moved forward as the finance chair and set dates. And then, furthermore, The same way that you all are saying you have the right to say what you want to say tonight, and you can ask whatever questions you want, she can make the statement that some of these questions were already asked because they were. The same way that you get to say what you want, she gets to say what she wants. She can point out that y'all missed budget hearings and that these questions were asked. She can point out that some of this stuff was already explained. She's well within her right to do so. It's not taking shots, it's stating facts.
Request for information, because you do this
You keep using the floor. You keep trying to use the
floor. Request for.
What's your request?
You just losing.
What's your
form.
request?
You're losing. Form
That's
now.
fine. Y'all weren't going to vote on any of this tonight anyway.
So why was
We keep moving it back. We keep moving everything to finance. It was scheduled so that we can try and get this work done. It is amazing how you want to sit up here and be able to say whatever you want to say. Then when someone says something back that is a fact, you're leaving. Enjoy being derelict of duty. Have a good evening, everyone. Well, I got 3 more minutes. You gonna hear for another 3. Let's see, what else? I believe there was a comment made about the fact that something was boring. This is a city business. Everything's not gonna be eventful and entertaining. We were doing the city business, but because you all can't sit up here and tell her that she can't point out that these questions were already asked, you wanna leave.
No.
There's nothing stopping you from doing city business.
You're being disrespectful.
That's amazing. Y'all were being disrespectful to Judy.
Excuse me, I've been, point of information, I'm just being disrespected frequently.
Your kids are grown. What my kids got to do with anything?
So
You
it's,
didn't
I'm not gonna say it.
That's fine, because it's good when y'all do it, but it's a problem when we do it. See you later.
Exactly. Goodbye, this meeting is
Bye-bye.
adjourned for lack of quorum.